Listen, e-commerce brands already know that they need more flows built out for their email. Competition in e-com is higher than ever, and that's why your cost to get a customer is higher than ever. You need to maximize your revenue from your current ad spend, from your current website visitors, and that's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to show you the 9 email flows your store must have so you can then move your email revenue generated to about 40% or 50% of the entire store revenue. Those 9 email flows will divide into 2 stages. First 6 will be focused on visitors who haven't bought yet, and the last 3 will be focused on customers who already bought something and you want to sell them something else or win them back if they haven't bought in a while. You're also going to learn about the proper discount ladder you should use to not kill your margins and absolutely destroy your margins when you start blasting those offers to your customers. First flow is the welcome flow. It fires immediately as soon as someone joins your list. It can be via pop-up, it can be via sign-up. And if you don't have a pop-up on your website, I have a video about the best working pop-ups in 2026. You can go ahead and watch that video after you watch this one. In these welcome series emails, these people are the friendliest peoples on earth. First email starts with the offer. So whatever you promise them to get them to sign in, you give that offer into your phrase. The next couple of emails will go into your products and why it's good and educate them on your company. And there's the last email on that flow that tells them, hey, it's running out, you better use your discount and so forth. So let me give you an example of how it actually looks. I've just took a random email from my mailbox. It's from this company. And as you can see, they have this welcome email. It says, we saved you a seat, right? It's very interesting, very creative. And immediately it gives the discount. And it also gives the code right on top. They did it right here. I didn't like really the headline, but they did right with the email code. And obviously they showcase their products over here, and then they have this button over here. I would just put the button up right just to make sure, because like 50% of people just see the first scene and they exit the email. So might as well put your button up right there. And the rest, obviously it goes into, okay, this is how it works, and this is how you can shop. Other products that they have, also other buttons. Very simple, very straightforward to their needs. So how many of these should you send to your customers? Anywhere between 3 to 8 emails is perfect for welcome emails. If you sell something cheaper, it makes sense to do 3 to 4. And if that's something expensive, more so 6, 8 emails will make it. Make sure in the last email you emphasize that they haven't used the code yet. The second email is the browse abandonment email. Here it fires when people go to your website and browse, then click on your product and didn't add it to their bag or to their cart, and they exit. That's when the browse abandonment email fires in, and I'm gonna show you how it looks. Again, not always you should do these fancy designs. Sometimes this founder-led browse abandonment email works perfect, right? It just says, hey there, looks like you took an interest in one of your products but didn't end up pulling the trigger. Continue browsing. There's one link here and there's nothing else. So I know exactly what you do. It feels like an email personally to me, right? So I'm gonna click on it. This is a great example over here. The first email goes about an hour after they have browsed, and you should send 3 to 5 emails for the specific flow. The third one is the abandoned cart flow. Very similar concept here, but here people actually have added that item into their cart and they have exited. That's where your flow comes in and it fires up. Let me show you how it looks. This is a great example of an abandoned cart, right? It's very personalized. It says, we think you have to have it. And it says, make it a reality with 20% off your entire order. Use code this. Actually, now that I look at it, it is not a great example. The design looks great, but the offer really is bad. And I'm going to cover that later when I go over discount ladder. And also they have this second CTA, which I really like, book a consult, right? This already handles an objection. Hey, I don't know what to do. I don't want to choose. Hey, we have a consult to do it for you. Very, very nice. There's one more abandoned flow, which is abandoned checkout. Here, they've added the item to the bag. They've clicked on the checkout. They were about to pay and enter the shipping information, and they exit. And this one you fire immediately, like within 5 minutes as soon as they exit that page. Let me show you how it looks. So this is an email I got, and the subject line says your order is ready to ship, right? As if I already basically have almost bought it, which is the truth, by the way. And so it says, hey, complete your look, buy one, get one free, plus extra 5% off is valid for your order. Now, this is not a new really discount. This is the discount that they already gave me when I was purchasing it, which is nice. And so it says use code welcome5, and then we finish my order. It shows me what my order was, right? And then it shows me how it looks. Like, look at this. Very nice. It shows me how it will look like if I put it on, right? And so very short as well. That's exactly how your abandoned checkout email flow looks like. It's simply to remind them, hey, you've left it and you have this discount, use it to be able to get it. For this one, you can be more aggressive because people are hot anyway. So you can send anywhere between 4 to 8 emails after they have exited your website. The next one in the line is the unused code flow. In this case, it's very similar to the welcome one, but you're more so emphasizing the code and you're making sure they need to use it. This email goes about 2 to 3 emails max, and that's about it. Here's an example of how it looks. So this brand, right, it looks like a normal broadcast emails. It's just something interesting. Hey, see, hey, I recently ordered your wallet. It's like a testimonial over here. Very normal, but what's important about this is this says, don't forget to use code proof20 for 20% discount on your order, right? It just emphasizes that point, and I would make it even bigger, an emphasis on the email. This is an unused code email, and you can send it 2 to 3 times to be able to capture those people who maybe forgot that they have a discount. The next one in the line is the very interesting one. It's a never bought email flow. Works really well. So what it does is it fires up when a person haven't bought within like 60 days of you sending emails, but is still opening your emails. You can do it even 30 days, right? And so the main objective and angle of this email flow is testimonials, is proof, is handling objections. And so here's how it looks, right? First email can look like this, just handling a simple objection. It says no pain, no gain, no more. Why it's better than the other kettlebells out there, right? And it goes over other stuff. Second email, it actually has it. It says he started with the Amazon special. And then it's a testimonial, basically. Hey, I started with Amazon special kettlebell, then competition adjustable kettlebells. Basically, just handling another objection via a testimonial, which is really, really nice way to do that. Another email after that comes over, yes, it costs more than the one on Amazon. Like the main objective, it seems like that customers have is that, oh, they can just buy one on Amazon. Why would I buy it from you? And so again, it just rams up that point. Hey, yes, this is expensive, but it also has all of these benefits that Amazon's version doesn't have, right? And then obviously one more objection after that. It says 7 weights, 1 size, basically a feature benefit of the product, and they can use it basically right now. And then the final email just says start with 1 bell, basically just giving them at least something to buy, to try, say, hey, we don't want to buy all of this, we'll sell you all of these things, just try one of them, see how you like it, and then move on to the next one, right? Really great segue to end the email flow. So again, for this one, you should send anywhere between 4 to 6 emails for people who have never bought, and you don't send them anything else anymore. Now there are 3 more flows left, and before we move on to that, let me cover the discount ladder you should use on these email flows to be able to make sure you don't kill your margins when you run these flows. Almost every store nowadays just leads with the discount, and it trains people that, okay, if I add something to the cart and I exit, I will now get a discount. So anything going forward, I'll just do that every single time, and that's about it. Not only that, but it also captures people who would have bought anyways. They would just need to think about it, and that's about, they don't need a discount. They would have bought it anyways. And so there are 3 offers for e-commerce brands that exist right now. First of all, there's no offer, right? You can just simply go ahead, put your product out there, put the benefits, and remind them that they need to use the code if they have the code. And second offer is the soft offer. Here, you don't necessarily give the discount to them, but you have your guarantees. If you're a shoe brand, for example, the shoe size guarantee, If you have free shipping above a certain amount of orders, you can do that. Soft, very soft. And then the third one is actually the discount, right? The hard sell. You actually say, okay, you get this 20, 30, 40% discount. You have this giveaway. You can buy one, get my free, anything else like that. Works well. And so again, what most people do, they start with that offer. What you can do is you can start with no offer at all. You just say the testimonials, you just show the proof. And then the second email will be something like a soft offer, something, a reminder that, hey, we have a free shipping. We have a guarantee on your shoe size, guarantee on this. The third email will be a small hard offer. So it's going to be the discount, but like 10%, 5%, not entirely killing your margins. And then the email number 4, if they haven't bought it up until this moment, you can then say, okay, yeah, you get a 20% discount if you use it within 24 hours or 48 hours or something like that. It only works then. So now we move on to the second stage where people have already bought something and you want to try to sell them something new or try to win them back if they ghost you for a long time. The seventh flow is the cross-sell flow. It fires the second somebody buys. The second somebody buys, it fires it, and the first email talks about, okay, you've bought this thing. It's not shipping yet. We're not shipping it yet. You can also buy this thing with this special angle, maybe buy one, get one free, or some sort of a discount here, and you can add it to your cart, right? This way, maybe they've already thought of that product, and they're like, okay, maybe it's not shipping yet, so I might as well just do it right now and ship it together, right? A day later after that, if they haven't bought, you show them why both of these products pair, you explain in detail, and the third email reminds them once again. And so let me show you how it looks. And as you can see here, it says your order is on its way. And then what goes with them? Socks goes well with your order. And also the second cross sell is a bag is also good because you carry them both, like really mini cross sell from then on as well. And that's about it. It also shows the other products, but like that's at the end of the email, and nobody really sees that anyway, right? Almost nobody. And so the next emails after this will simply be more on education and more on why they should pair this in with what they already bought. Flow number 8 is very interesting. It's called second order flow. You might think that cross-sell and second order are similar, but no. Cross-sell fires immediately. Second orders files after quite a time they've bought the product and they've already used it. You send it about after 2 to 6 weeks after they've got their first order. And in here, you don't necessarily focus on pairing. You're more so focused on diversity of products. As you can see in these emails right here, they just give away, they just show away some of their different types of products and not necessarily one single product. This way you remind them that, hey, you're a customer of ours and you should buy this thing because this thing is also cool. This also fits your specific persona. You should send anywhere between 3 to 5 emails for this one. And so the last email flow, and one of my personal favorite ones, is the win back email flow. It fires when a person doesn't buy, haven't bought in the last 90 to 120 or sometimes 60 days. So let me show you how it looks, right? The first email is simply a reminder. It's not like we sell you something. It just says, hey, reorder these tablets that you've already bought, right? You bought it, you liked it, just rebuy it. There's no discounts, there's nothing like that. And the second emails, then you start introducing the discount because this is the last chance. Like you will not send them any more email. This is the last win back flow, right? And so you offer them a discount over here, and then you say, hey, your code is this. And then the third email goes into the pain points, why they should do it, what they're struggling with, and why they should buy this again. There's also this kind of email that goes on. It just says, hey, how is the product that you already bought holding up, right? And then that will remind them, hey, yeah, I've used it. Maybe I've overused it. I want to buy a new one or something like that. So that will do it. If you're an e-commerce brand and you're doing well, you probably would love to build all of these 9 flows. We can do that for you. We'll show you an example of one of these flows on a call if you book a call right beneath this video. That's the first link in the description. The second link in the description is our free Skool community that soon is going to be paid. So anyone else Join that Skool community. It's going to be really valuable for e-commerce brands. We'll teach our process and how we actually build our flows. Subscribe to the channel and talk to you soon.